Welcome back, everybody. Captain Thief. Last time I said I was just going to use a dang cottage next to wherever I was, but to be honest, Bask's was right here, so I just went over here. I did level up some MP, though, as well as some spells. I don't remember what, though. Yeah, nothing too important, though. No need to worry. I think I might have gotten Essen up to level 7. It's good, it's good. Also, I just to make sure I remembered, I'd equipped Layla with weapons because I realized something. Her attack and accuracy looked really low, and then I remembered, oh yeah, that's right, she's left-handed. So what we need to do is, for one, I'm thinking about giving her the Mangoche. No, we'll keep it the Mithril Knife for now. I don't remember when she leaves, but it's a staple in this game, guys, that the fourth character always leaves. This is going to lower the attack, but that's just because we're going from a fist to a shield, which is not actually an attacking item. So, yeah, now she's all nice and, you know, Legend of Zelda linked, you know, left-handed. Okay, that should do it. Her evasion's 99%, attack's pretty good, accuracy's 85%. Earlier it was like 12. I'm not sure exactly what that means. It might just mean that they were judging it based on, if she was going to attack with her shield, which doesn't have any accuracy component to it at all. I don't know. Okay, so anyway, it's not so hard to just come to Bask from over here. It's like a very, very short trip. See? Already there. You know, we're going to have to face some pretty hard enemies here, yes, but, you know, it's doable. It's very doable. I'm trying to think of what, if I should be leveling people's backup weapons. Wait, didn't I have Layla dual wielding? No, I think it's just Furion. I might switch everybody over to their backup weapons, just to level that up a little bit. Let's just attack and we'll have him Essen of the blind off. Because blind is, or sorry, darkness is like a permanent thing. Okay, yeah, this is fine. The reason why I want to do it in battle, not so much out of battle, is that this still gives me a chance at leveling up the magic. I mean, I can level up Essen out of battle. What I mean is his magic stats. And there's no chance of leveling his MP unless we can, you know, use 40 MP in one single fight, which is just not happening. Speaking of, let me have a look at our stats again. I wanted to compare agility. So, Furion, now that he doesn't have a shield, he's still way ahead of everybody else. So I think as long as your evasion percent is pretty high, you don't need to worry. I'm going to turn down the volume a little bit. There we go. As soon as you get it up high, it has a very high agility growth rate. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. Magic, though, will always stay low for Guy, I guess. And Furion, because, I don't know, I meant to make my characters somewhat hybrid-y and mage melee, but that's just not happening. Alright, here we go. Castle Daist, which is Kashuan Part 2. Go away, don't come any closer. Oh, thank God he wasn't going to act as a plot barrier. I'm going to tell my mom. There's a lot of reason to believe that this game is actually a prequel to Final Fantasy IV, by the way. What's the big idea? You're not the bad guys. I thought the Empire had sent their soldiers after us again. Now let's talk to his mom first. I hope my son hasn't caused you any trouble. If he has, I do apologize. My husband was a dragoon. The Imperial soldiers killed him along with the rest. My son and I are the only two left. In the room behind us is the last surviving wyvern. It seems to be trying to tell us something, but I cannot speak its tongue. If only we had one of the pendants, we would be able to understand it. The cavern of the wyverns lies north of this castle. That cavern may hold one of the pendants that allows us to speak the wyvern's language. Okay, so I can learn wyverns, but, you know, I already knew wyverns. The dragoons fought valiantly, but the Empire knows no honor. They poisoned the wyvern's water. That's actually somewhat of a common thing. It happened in FF6 as well. The wyverns writhed in agony until at last their breathing stopped. With their weapons dead, the dragoons were picked off one by one by the Empire. Okay, let's put dragoons. The dragoons... Okay, it's just the same exact thing, right? Yeah. You want to tell me anything else? I don't want to spend too long here talking to her. Let's ask the kid. The wyvern's right in there. It sounds asleep right now. My mom says it's going to die soon, but that's not true, is it? When I grow up, I want to be a dragoon, just like my dad was. Okay, well, let's go in and see it. I'm going to save, just in case. I don't think we're going to fight it. But, you know, if this looks way too much like the last boss battle I just took part in. Rah! Or something. Okay. That's funny, because it responds to certain words, but I don't know. You all saw it. What's in here? It's a gotcha room. And since there's mist, there should be enemies, like in Final Fantasy IX. Oh, I'm referencing that again. But that's okay, because FF9 referenced FF2, because the story of Joseph was in there. Isn't that hilarious? It's the one that Rama. Yes, Rama, not Ramu. I know it's probably Ramu. I don't care. I've read it as Rama. It will always be Rama. She will always be Eris, not Aerith. Okay, I thought there was a third door there. It's just a candelabra. This is interesting. Ooh. Stun tome. Okay, now we know stun. Or can know stun. Stop. Tome. Curse tome. Gee, those sound like very interesting tomes. I don't know who I want to learn them, though. Unicorn horn. Is that one of those things where you equip it? No. A horn with the same effect as Basuna. Okay. It'd be cool if it worked. Okay, so it's just a gotcha room. It'd be cool if it worked on a permanent basis. I could just reuse and reuse the unicorn horn. There's gotta be enemies in here. Gold needle. Eye drops. Antidote. Sage's wisdom. That has to be... Yep. A stone that maximizes intelligence. I have to wonder why it's not usable right now. Is it equipable? Not really. Maybe it's only usable in battle. Saint spirits. Let me guess. That's something for spirits. Okay. Cross. Removes curse. Okay. I appreciate it. Mallet. I already know what that does. Wing sword. Okay. There we go. So he's got the sleep blade right now, which I definitely appreciate. But this wing sword, guys. Yes. I'm thinking about doing that. Okay, so let's go ahead and switch everybody's weapons around just a bit. I know we were ultra powerful and stuff. I think Guy's going to be our only axe wielder. His other weapon is javelin, so he'll actually do pretty good with the flame lance. At least for a while. This is actually probably very not strategic, because we don't really need to level weapons if we get a pretty good steady supply of good stuff. Okay, let's see if we can figure out how to get to that box before we leave. We know where we're supposed to go. We're supposed to go north of here, yes. And I'm going to take advantage of this while I can. I bet when I get back, everybody's going to be dead and the castle's going to be full of monsters. There we go. Phoenix down, okay. Believe it or not, those are actually very handy. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and leave now. If it will let me. Okay, nope. It'd help if I knew where I was going. Up, over, and this down, okay. Now we can go. Jeez. Alright, at least that keep wasn't full of monsters. It makes a little more sense that way. We're going to go ahead and grind off of these enemies just... Oh, wait. Furon's not leveling a sub-weapon. Oh, wait, he is. In the form of his dagger in his offhand. That works for me. Let me see if Guy's spear increased at all from that. I think so. It was at 0 earlier, wasn't it? The rank of the enemy, I think, matters. Okay, this... Wait, did it say Daced Cavern? It did. We're going to save here just to be sure because, you know, I am intentionally crippling my fighting ability by switching weapons like that. Well, except for Furion and Layla. How can you... Oh, well, no. The Sleep Blade doesn't have bad accuracy. So I don't know why she missed. And I will say that guy's fighting ability is not really that encrimpled on because that Flaming Spear, guys, is actually really strong even though he has very low skill with it. Is there a reason to level up every weapon? I think there might be. There is a spell in this game that takes all your skills and, you know, does damage based on that. So if you level everything... Hello. Come across the remains of a dragoon. Something nearby on the ground catches your eye. You find a pendant. Okay, well now we can understand dragons. And we can ask it how to train your dragon. Oh, ho, ho, ho. I know this is actually exactly what we came for. But I'm going to go ahead and go deeper in here and see if we can't find anything else. Like maybe an optional boss battle. That'd be fun. I should be casting the occasional spell, but the animations, guys. Okay, yes, Maria's missing all the time, but as soon as she levels her sword a little bit, it'll change. Everything will change. I mean, just look at Layla. Earlier, she couldn't really do much of anything, and now she's just killing in one hit like I asked her to. Okay, one round of attacks, not one hit. Maria's sword, there we go. How about Guy? He hasn't leveled at all. Her sword leveled to 5. Dagger's staying around 6. And, okay, her shield's leveling. That's good. I'm not even going to really take turn order into account. I mean, shadows, wraiths, and ghouls, guys. These are Cashew and Keep enemies. Nothing very special going on here. Now, if you guys could stop missing, that's what would make a difference. I like the gil, too. I spent a ton of gil, so I need more. Man, you know, I went the wrong way by going to Mysidia Town, or whatever you want to call that. Didn't know those were wild enemies. Okay, we'll try our best. It guarded a coffer, which means that it's a pretty tough enemy, but, you know, I think we'll be fine. Yeah, I went to Mysidia completely by mistake, and it wound up giving me some very nice things, weapon-wise. I don't remember getting any spells that I really remember, though. Okay, guys, it's better level up your weapons. This is a pretty high-ranking enemy. In fact, I'm going to check it as soon as we're done here. Spear, HP, Layla's shield. Okay, good. Didn't even get hit and her shield leveled. Bestiary. Weak to poison. Okay. Dual deads. Weak to fire. I'm not gonna memorize all this, so I probably shouldn't be paying too much attention. I'm just gonna, you know, get these out of the way. Oh, I can switch enemies like that. Okay. Green slime, yellow jelly, red moose, black flan, red soul. Hilgigus, there you are. 750 HP, no MP, that's good to know. Can drop giant's items, which I, you know, have both of those if I remember right. Rank 5. Weak against nothing, resists nothing. A lot of defense, though. Okay. Cool. I'll keep that in mind. Yellow souls, okay. Now we have things that look like the boss of Cashew and Keep down here. And they went down much quicker. Agility, I always appreciate agility. Are you capped, Maria? Yes. Well, keep leveling agility, so that way we can equip even more stuff. Mithril armor. Appreciated. Preemptive attack. You know, just go ahead and punch. Oh, I was going to ask him to punch us just so we can get some evasion level ups, but you know, we're just doing too good now, especially now that it's asleep. Rank 5. I wonder what the formula is on this. Does it mean that you can only level up your weapon to whatever rank they are times 2? Well, there's my knife. And a bunch of agilities. Okay, what's your knife at, Furion? 7. Yeah, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and run through the motions on this one. I think if I find these things again, I'm going to actually just have one person cure them all, I think. That sounds like a fun idea. Particularly if it's Layla. Well, it's not like I'm trying to get Layla really high leveled, because again, she leaves. And we don't get to use her again. Not even in the underworld. She's Gordon Part 2. Lost in New York. Bunch of agility level ups again. Well, there was a chest. Let's explore down here a bit more, though. Revenants. Okay, whoever doesn't kill their own revenant has to pay for dinner tonight. Ah, I know a certain pirate gal who's going to pay for everyone's dinner. Okay, I guess Maria gets to split that bill, too. It might be worth exploring this whole cave, though, because the other mask is somewhere. I got the black mask, or the white mask. A mithril shield. You know, one of those things I bought a long time ago. Heck, I bought it with Minwu still in the party. That's how long ago it was. You know what? I like you guys. I really do. So I tell you what I'm going to do. We're actually going to sit through Fire 5 for 5 turns. I feel like maybe spamming Cure, but let's not do that. It's quicker this way. This will level our magic defense. And Layla's HP, actually, too. I'm not grinding, per se. It's just, you know, it's like whenever you find an extra opportunity, you're taking a little bit of time to take advantage of it. It's kind of like in Mario. You find one of those coin blocks that you hit, and then you just keep hitting it to get coins out of it. It's like one of those before, you know, getting my magic level ups. I'm not intentionally going out and finding these things, okay? The Mario equivalent of grinding, I would say, if you could call it that, would be probably jumping at every single possible block placement to see if there's a block there. Yeah. Except grinding, you're guaranteed to get something out of. Doing that, there's no guarantee. Unless you heard from a friend that there's one hidden block in this level, then you'll find that one hidden block. This should be turn number 4. We got 2 more turns, guys. Oh yeah, I gave Maria something to make her fire resistance. That's probably why she's not taking much damage here. Furion, on the other hand, he doesn't care. I mean, he's taking the most damage, but he still doesn't care. Alright, last turn. Let's see if we can get some magic evasion out of this. I'd really like that. I'm looking forward to it. I think Spirit might be your magic defense. We'll see. Okay, everybody go ahead and attack your yellow soul. Alright. Let's see if we're able to get some magic defense ups off of these. Wow, okay. They only have 60-something HP. What do we get? 750 gil. Magic defense, yes, I was right. Magic defense, yes. HP, alright, I like that. Oh, we didn't get anything else, though. Okay, so magic defense, that's a good way to level magic defense. And it works just like evasion if you're... I read this on GameFAQs, and I think it might have been a Silktail answer, or maybe a Zalamath answer, but it's kind of like if you have Fire 5, then you're actually casting Fire 5 times. And if their magic defense is 5, then they have a chance to dodge all 5 of them. Whereas if it's only 4, then there's a that last one they're guaranteed to get hit by it, or something like that. Okay, there's not enough yellow souls here for me to care, so we'll just go ahead and finish these off. But anyway, yeah, before I started the episode, I was kind of thinking about what we did last episode, and We got one of the two masks, and I just realized just now that we're actually being really bad for saving the world with that. Why? Because we need to get into the tower to save the world, I think. I mean, that's what the king kind of implied. It's not the ultimate thing. I mean, even as it is, he said something about go find some dragoons. The dragoons are dead, guys. I don't think one dragoon is going to do the job when, what, 30 plus of them died? So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe the king's just crazy, but let's humor him and assume that the Ultima Tome. That's actually what we're going to do. We're trying to get the Ultima magic, but you have to do that when the tower's open. In order to get into the tower, you have to have both masks. Now, assuming that the Ultima Tome means that that's the only way you can save the world. Spoilers, it's not. We have one of the masks. And if we get killed by the Empire, they'll just take it and, hey, now you can't save the world. Honestly, we should probably put the mask somewhere safe. You know, like with Hilda. Acid File. Okay, what's that? Acid with the same effect as Scourge. I kind of like this whole item replacing magic spells system. I just never remember to do it. Okay, let me look at the items down here that like increase intelligence and stuff. Okay, so maximize intelligence. Okay, I'm gonna look this up before I do anything. It might just be more like X Defend from Pokemon, and that increases your stat for the battle, and then it wears off. That makes more sense, actually. Otherwise, I'd rather just give myself infinite of those. Yeah, I might just use them in battle, actually. That'll be my test, maybe. Or I'll look it up. You know, I'm pretty scummy. Now is a good time to level everyone's, or not level everyone, but increase their HP. Cure level to 7, hooray. Okay, now it'll be easier to get some HP ups. Adamantoise. That's a good thing to level weapons on. And the stalactite will cast magic on us occasionally, right? Oh, it's dead. No, it's still alive. Stalactite did not do crap, though, because he's just way too slow. Okay, we're having somewhat of an opposite problem about what people usually have. Usually they have a ton of stamina and a ton of HP, and they never level their evasion because they just don't have enough evasion or something like that. Well, they level their evasion, but they never level their agility because their evasion isn't high enough. And in our case, our evasion is very good. I like to think that this is kind of like Advance Wars. And, you know, me, Captain Thief, am the CO, so I actually have somewhat of a effect on my troops. And these 4 are my troops, I'd say. Maybe I'm Furion, I don't know. And, since I'm the CO, commanding officer, if you must know. That's... Oh wait, that's a new kind of ogre. Well, let's kill the mages first. As the CO, I boost the evasion of all my troops. Or something like that. That's kind of where my mind is going, which is kind of funny. Let's kill that one. I want to see what the Ogre Chief does, even. Well, they die. They actually have less HP than the mage. Okay. I'll look it up, but I'm prepared to be disappointed. Magic Defense, he didn't do anything. Okay. Now, everyone has Magic Defense 5 except Layla. Hang on, guys. I need to check this. It should be down south. Oh, wait. They put everything kind of together. Oh, he can drop wing swords. I'm going to go for 2 of those. Don't mean to grind, but wing swords have actually been pretty good to me. And I kind of want anyone who is going to be using a sword to use a wing sword. If nothing else, maybe I'll dual wield them on Furion. That'd be funny. I have this idea of a sword that's as light as air. That's kind of what the description is of the winged sword. And so, why wouldn't it be super easy to wield them, right? Okay, we'll run into 3 more enemies, and then I'll stop caring. Because otherwise, we're going to be here too long, we'll get too strong, and then we won't be using a bong. It's hard to think of rhyming words right now. Yeah. If you're this deep into the Final Fantasy II playlist, by the way, thank you for watching. I kind of want to talk about... Oh, there's my Ogre Chief. I kind of want to talk about some things I have planned for the future, and I kind of want to make some scripted videos. Let's kill the Ogre Mage first. And, you know, I kind of want to make the videos that I would like to watch, things that I wish I could see. And one of the things I would really appreciate seeing is videos that detail Lost Forevers. There are Lost Forevers in lots of games. Gigantoads, okay, these are new. And in this game, there's kind of a few Lost Forevers, at least for the PlayStation 1 version. In that, if you don't kill certain enemies on the overworld, they're gone forever once you open the Ultima Tower, or get the Ultima Book. The overworld enemies change to be about as hard as the Mysidia enemies, so that's pretty bad for anyone who's low level, right? And what that means is that it's too late to get them in your bestiary. And if you can't get them in your bestiary, then you can't get all the artwork. Now, me, I don't personally care about artwork, but I think this is our last one. Alright, cool. This is kind of what I was hoping for. I don't care too much about artwork. I mean, it's kind of cool to see, but it's not something that I'm going to lose sleep over if I don't 100% this game. Here comes some spells. That's going to level our magic defense. But yeah, that kind of counts as Lost Forever, a little bit. I'd put about the same rank as Missed Dialogue, because I don't really care too much about it. I'd like to have it, but I'm not going to reset the game to get it. Now, the other Lost Forever in this game that's actually pretty big, and it's actually even on the title cover, is the Blood Sword. Apparently you can miss that. I think it's kind of hard to miss it because it's like right there when you're supposed to get it, but yeah, you can miss out on the Blood Sword and never get it. Now, in this game, I think there are no Lost Forever enemies. I think as long as you go into the Cavern of whatever. Hang on. I can't access the map in here. I would rather run into this guy like 100 times. That would be great. Fighting one Ogre Chief. That would be very quick grinding for wing swords. We're leaving. But yeah, what I was getting at though is I kind of want to make a video about how Final Fantasy IX actually does Lost Forever's right, and you know, some of the things I want to say. Oh, if you're gonna say it now, Captain, you might as well not even make a video. Well, okay, sure, shush. But it doesn't have Lost Forevers. It has Lost Relators. I want to call them Lost Relators because those are a pretty cool idea. Oh shoot. A Chimera. Alright, well, we'll save here. And we're going to use our backup weaponry. We're going to make this a little challenging. Chimera! Danger! I swear, didn't we fight one of these before? I don't remember. Let's blink up. I know, this is going to make it a little easy, but whatever. Let's put wall on one single person. I kind of want to do it that way. Berserk. We'll try Thunder. But yeah, I don't expect this boss battle will be too intense, so I'm just going to go ahead and keep talking about FF9. But there is one really big Lost Forever in that game, and everyone knows about it. It's called the Excalibur II sword, a sword that I think only Steiner can use. And what it means to get it is that you have to actually kind of get pretty close to beating the game. Let's go and just attack. Let's see how hard this hits. Let's keep thundering it too. But yeah, you have to beat the game in under 12 hours, even shorter if you're on the European version because you're capped at 25 frames per second. I mean, I think you still have the same time, but the clock still goes on at the same speed, so You move slower. It's bad. It's not as fun to get on the European version. It's so ridiculous on there that in order to do it, I've read that you had to like basically open the PlayStation 1 up during a cutscene and close it again, just so it closes the cutscene sooner, and it doesn't interrupt the game. And so yeah, that's a loss forever. You can't get that sword any other way except for beating the game in under 12 hours. Seriously? Okay. Just kind of seeing if we got any... Oh, Layla's MP and intelligence and agility and magic increase. Good. I guess we're go... Oh, you can't swim? Oh, wait. The life spring is awash with a soft light. Let's ask the spring about dragoons. Okay, I think I know what's going on. The dragon's dying and we have to bring like some sort of a jug or something back down here, fill it up with life juice, and then we'll heal the dragon. Okay, that's cool. Should I just teleport out? I'm leaning toward just teleporting out, but I want to check the room on the far right. So, yeah. Final Fantasy IX does Lost Forevers right, guys. It has one of the worst Lost Forevers ever. No, it's not the worst thing ever. I don't like things like that, but at the same time, that kind of puts it into perspective, you know. If you're going to go for 100% of the game, you've already failed if you haven't, you know, tried to go for the Excalibur 2. So, with that 100% purity out of the way, you don't have to worry about getting 100% anymore. You don't have to be a perfectionist. You can just play the game at your own pace, enjoy it at your own pace. Oh, I like this encounter. Wing swords, guys. Come on, drop them. And then there's Lost Forevers. You know, it actually has things that are very handy. It has a very annoying system. Okay, it's not annoying. It's just you have to imagine it as more of a bonus, not a requirement. There's a lot of bosses in the game where you only get to encounter them once, and they have unique steals. And by unique steals, I mean they're not that unique. It's just that, like, they have maybe a frost blade. In fact, they carry multiple things, not just one thing. They carry like 3 or 4 things. And usually it's pretty good equipment for where you're at, but you can buy that equipment later. And equipment actually really makes a difference in Final Fantasy IX because, you know, there's abilities tied to that equipment. I should really have Shuron and Gaia attack their own ogres. So, you know, you're not just missing out on a good stat item. You're possibly missing out on a very good ability. And but you can always get it later, so it's not like you have to reset for it. And I just think that works. It just works, said Todd. Not really sure what else I want to get. Oh, magic defense. Okay, now she's catching up to us. Hellfire. I bet you that's the same as a fire spell, right? I'll check. Oh, we already had one. Right, I already found out what's in the far right room, but I like this. I like this encounter. Let's do this again one more time. Five rounds. This will let me talk a bit. No, I can't really think of what else I wanted to say. I just kind of like the idea of Lost Forevers, because Lost Forevers really, really hurt sometimes if you miss out on them. And I'll tell you about a recent one, and by recent I mean it was more like a year ago, but I was playing Final Fantasy VIII because, you know, I got on my PC and I was like, you know, it's been a while since I played this. I want to play it the way it was meant to be played. I want to actually make use of the junctioning system because, you know, I just summon on every fight, even the easy ones. And then once they take away your ability to summon, it becomes a slog. A really hard game. And so I got kind of far. But it turns out that one of the bosses you're supposed to draw a summon from. And that summon is Siren. Siren's not actually a very damaging summon, but you want her when you can get her. Because, and this is the only way you can get Siren, by the way. You have to draw it from this boss. She can, if I remember it, she has like magic refinement, I think. She can actually turn spells into stronger spells. You take a whole bunch of fire spells, you can turn that into a Firaga spell. Well, okay, turn a bunch of fires into a fire, take a bunch of fires into a Firaga. That's actually really big for early game stuff. You can junction a whole bunch of Firagas into your sword or something and get much better, you know, damage off of that. So I missed out on this. I don't know why I wasn't drawing from everything. I mean, usually I'm pretty good about stealing from everything. And I should really think of draw as just a magic steal. But yeah, I missed out on Siren, and you know, it's not a lost forever. But holy crap, guys, if you're not calling it a lost forever, I don't know what you're thinking, because yes, you can get all the summons in the second opportunity. You want to know when that second opportunity is? It's at the end of the game. Yeah, you can still get the summon on your file. Yeah, you missed out on it for so long. You don't have the ability to refine magic for 3 discs, and now you're in the last place. No thanks. Okay, I'm still gonna run out. I want to get all the treasure chests. Wait, we're just gonna teleport out. Let's make this easier on us. Whoosh. If only there was some place to sleep in the keep. You know what? Cure yourself if you're on. Let's not die here. There are some other lost flaters. Like, I think there's certain steel targets in Final Fantasy Tactics. You can get, like, a Genji glove, which for early game is actually really nice. And you can get Genji gloves galore later, but, you know, to get one early is really, really good for you. So I kind of like systems like that, where you're just missing opportunities, you're not missing something that you'll never be able to get again. Layla, don't run away, Layla. Thank you. In fact, I wonder if that helped level her agility at all. Apparently not. Can I think of a whole bunch of situations where there's a bunch of lost forevers you can never get again? Not particularly. Maybe I'll show them the pendant. Well, he doesn't talk to us anymore. Or he doesn't let us use the question marks, or the... Wait, what? I have heard that the lowermost reaches of the cavern hold the life spring, the place the wyverns use as a hatchery. Okay, maybe we'll just talk to the wyvern first. Now we can understand him, probably. In fact, we should give it to Guy, let Guy be the Dr. Dolittle of the game. We seek your aid in destroying the Empire, our common foe. Will you help us? The Empire's poison already courses through my veins. I will not escape the fate that befell my brood. Ask him about the wyverns. I have one last request to make of you. Take this egg to the cavern north of here and submerge it in the life spring. It is the last remaining wyvern egg. If it is not submerged in the life spring soon, it will wither and die. Well, dang. We can't save the wyvern, guys. But we can save the wyvern. Whelp. The egg, the last of the wyverns, take it to life spring, I beg you. Well. Okay. Go ahead and give us your last breath animation every time. I shouldn't be laughing at something like that, but dang. Okay, anything you guys want to say? Alright. Well, that sucks. Sorry you guys drank poison. Befell the same fate as science people. Yeah, I went there. I have enough... Wait, let's level her... I know I want to level her MP by using magic in battle, but let's level her cure. Level 4 cure is going to help more, I think. Yes, it means Layla's MP is very, very low. That's fine, though. I don't remember way down there. Let's try a cure on everybody. Let's try a holy on everybody. Yes, everybody do the cure. Wow, you had a fast cure there, Layla. Okay, the animation takes forever because it doesn't just open up a hole into the heavens and then hits everybody. It like does an individual animation for each character, or each enemy rather. Yay. I might just do that if it's nothing but undeads. I'll do that. Try to level spirit a bit. Spirit matters. Holy. I think we gotta unlock the holy hand grenade, guys. I may not do it for Layla though, because like I said, I want to care about the fourth character, but the game makes it hard for me to do so. See, now there's our hole into heaven that, you know, destroys everything evil. It's a little faster than 8 times cure animations. Oh, wrong way. Those are not undeads. We'll just grind off of them. And by grind off of them, I mean it's gonna die pretty quick. So what games have really bad lost forevers? Well, FF8 for one. There, I said it. FF7 had a couple, like I think Barrett's ultimate weapon you couldn't get if you missed a very, very hard little thing. You better save before it happens. You better know about it before it happens. There's a few other things in FF7, but, you know, let's not talk about those too much. I kind of remember there's, like, a specific enemy that you had to, like, touch the spring and then go back and touch a certain NPC, and then she'll get angry and attack you. And I think she drops something after she dies, and I don't think I ever got this thing. I can't remember what it is. I think it might have been a materia. Again, we don't have cures. FF6, I don't remember having a bunch of lost forevers, but I also don't remember looking up a guide to see everything I missed. Maybe that's the key to playing these games and enjoying them, is not looking up what you missed out on. That might be a pretty good idea. FF10 had ultimate weapons too, and I earned most of them. And you're going to laugh about the ones I didn't earn. Ah, here we go. This is what I was looking for. And it's going to be holy. I'm sorry, you got to level your holy there, Maria. Not that it sucks, it's just, you know, I have this whole paladin image for you, and I want you to take advantage of it. So, I got Tidus's ultimate weapon, which means that you had to beat that chocobo race thing. And, you know, that's one of the ones that people complain about a lot. It did take me a while. I don't remember it taking hours or days of trying. It took a while, though. Another one that I got was Lulu's ultimate weapon. Ah, here we go. And what that meant is that you had to dodge 200 lightnings. I think that was Lulu's. I remember dodging the 200 lightnings. We were about to go on a family trip to insert state here that was far away. Nope, gotta be holy. You may not be able to cast it, though, because, you know, these things are going to die before you get the chance. But I got it. I got it just before we left on that family trip for a week. I don't remember every single person's ultimate weapon that they had to get. I can tell you I did not level Kimari at all, because... Not because he's not an interesting character. It's just that they put him on the sphere grid right next to the Ultima magic. And so when you're like me, you're like, hey, he's right next to the Ultima magic. I'm going to leave him there until I get an item that unlocks the way to it. And then he'll have Ultima magic. Or at least I can have somebody warp to his place with a friendship sphere. And then they can learn Ultima magic. That'd be nice. So Kimari just kind of sat where he did, never leveling, being the lowest level and stuff. Sorry, Kimari, just how it is. And so I don't think I got Kimari's ultimate anything. I might have. I kind of remember something to do with some sort of a tree. I don't remember. But here's the one that I did not get that I definitely could have gotten, but I just couldn't bring myself to. I could not, or I did not get Waka's ultimate weapon. What's the thing for that? Play 50 Blitzball games. Now, grinding a whole bunch of stuff for an ultimate weapon seems like a worthwhile thing, but 50 Blitzball games, guys, is a long time. Oh wait, it's time for another cure. Yeah. I kind of wish I had macros in this game, or whatever you call that, from FF12. I don't remember what that's called. And yeah, I could easily play 50 blitzball games. It's the time investment, and I just didn't want to. I could not bring myself to do it. Tell me you lived through all that. Okay, cool. Revenants are actually pretty strong. It took 3 cures and a holy to bring them down. Exactly. So yeah, the instructions were right there on the tin. I just couldn't bring myself to do it. Okay, I think we're in the wrong no, this is the right way. Gigantoads. Who were my 3 characters that I used every time? I think it was Tidus, just because he always used the main protagonist in every fight, because except for, you know, a very short time where the character gets knocked out and you have to use somebody else as your main character, most FFs you use the main protagonist every single time. So Tidus was there. Auron was there because I thought Auron was cool. And I want to say the third person was probably Riku. Probably. I don't know, I just have it in me for thief ninja characters. Did I ever get Riku's ultimate weapon? I think the Riku requirement was actually getting the Albed translators, and some of those were lost forever, so you had to know about them. Like, there might have been 1 or 2 on a ship or something. I can't say I remember for sure, though. Oh, great. You know, when I need a wing sword, it go ahead and gives me 2 of them. Okay, well, that's cool. Tell you what. It's a sign. It's a sign that those 2 wing swords were meant to be together. And so Maria is going to be a dual-wielding wing sword maniacal Maria. That was a lot more M words than I thought. Knight's armor. Monster box. Monster box, but it's just adamantoises. Yeah, they were bosses once. They've been demoted, though. Alright, Maria, show us what you can do. That's pretty good. It's good damage. I also like that this is going to speed up her sword leveling speed. Yeah, daggers just can't cut through adamantoises. Other than that, though, I can't really say I remember too many Lost Forevers. You know, if you want a full exhaustive list, and by exhaustive, I mean it's the fairly big ones that people remember. Just go to the TV Tropes website for any web page for any game. It will tell you about Lost Forevers. Yep, I went the wrong way. I'm getting entirely too many of these maximize items for them to be permanent, I think. They must be like X Defend, or X Special, or X Attack. I will say that the adamantoise is probably the most threatening thing here, and it's not that threatening. Not anymore. But yeah, if people just have somewhat of a video warning about Lost Forevers, then, you know, hey, that's pretty good. Let me tell you about another Lost Forever, and I'm not even going to use spoilers, but, you know, it's Final Fantasy VII, so you can see where this is going. There's a point where you get some mithril, and you get to trade to this old man for a certain character's ultimate limit break. Now, ultimate limit breaks are actually pretty cool. Like Cloud's Omni Slash, and he just like goes insane with the sword and cuts up everything. For this character, it literally made your characters invincible for the entire fight. Couldn't be hurt by physical means, couldn't be hurt by magical means, maybe could be hurt by emotional means, so, you know, the enemy would have to come up with a 50 episode Netflix special that ends with the main character's love dying at the end, okay? And, you know, it just takes too long for them to set up a spell like that. And so, yeah, this character doesn't stay in your party forever. I'm sure most of you can imagine which character that is. But, yeah. If you never teach that ultimate weapon or ultimate limit break to that character, though, you'll never get to see it. And even then, it so happens kind of late in the game, to the point that you only get to see it a couple of times, maybe, if you're playing at a normal speed, at a normal pace, maybe. I demand to see what happens if I cast Life. I want to know. I have to know. I also wonder if I'm casting enough in each battle to even have a chance at leveling magic. I'm not casting nearly enough to have a chance at leveling MP, mind you, but magic, surely I should still have a chance, right? Okay, so they're 1 cure away from death. My life is only level 1, so this is probably not going to do much. This is another one of the spells that you probably actually don't want to level. Figures. Because it only costs 1 MP right now, and if you were stuck somewhere and you had to cast life one more time and you only had 1 MP, well, hey, you know, do that. But otherwise, why do I keep messing this up? Thanks, guy. I appreciate it. But yeah, a 1 MP costing life is more useful to me than a 16 MP costing life that, even if it cures all their HP afterward. Maybe in a battle that matters, but right now, no, not so much. Oh, watch, guys. The game's going to give me a whole bunch of wing swords now. Because that's just how it works. As soon as you're not looking for something anymore, the game's like, you know what? Here's that thing you were looking for. Did I play FF12? Yeah, I got to the last dungeon. I'm fairly certain. I just never beat it. I have a bad habit about that. I did that in FF7, I did that in FF12. I probably still have my save file, but it's literally on an actual PS2, so I don't know if I'll be plugging that in anytime soon. And even then, I'll probably just replay through the whole game again. Why do I have a bad habit about doing that? It's a naive mindset I have, where if I just want the magic, the fun to keep going forever, you know? And so I'm like, well, if I never beat the game, the fun doesn't have to end, right? Well, once you stop playing the game, that's where the fun ends anyway. I remember when I was younger, I used to want to have one of those erase everybody's memories things from Men in Black, you know, the neuralizer. And I'd be like, I'll just play through Mario 64 and then neuralize myself such that I forget everything, and then I can have fun with it again. Because I had a lot of fun with Mario 64. Until, you know, everything became boring because I knew everything. So, if, you know, my logic, if you can call it that, was just to, you know, forget everything and then you'll do great. Well, not do great, but, well, something like that. You'll have fun with it again. I don't remember too much about the things I used to remember about Mario 64. I mean, I do remember a couple things, like there were these rumors that you could be Ninja Mario in it, but as far as I can tell, if it was ever in the game, it's hidden so deep in the files that no one's been able to find it. And by that I mean that's a crock of crap, because people have looked through all those files and they didn't find anything like that. Hey, Layla, your cure magic level. Congrats. I should be leveling her thunder. She should be somewhat of a thunder mage. I think I went the wrong direction. Oh boy, one of these. But yeah, and people have made Mario 64 mods, so it doesn't even matter at this point. I think mods were a real game changer, because up until then, video games were just this magical thing that only these magical people in this magical flying tower called Japan could make. And so us mere mortals didn't even think about, you know, could we do that? It was just, you know, it either existed or it didn't. And so, you know, the rumors about Ninja Mario, and no, there's probably literally nothing special about this rumor. If anything, it probably is just a costume change, and it doesn't change anything at all. It doesn't. Gosh, you know, there's so many of these rumors about things that don't make any sense at all. Like, you know, there's an entire hidden half of the other game if you just find this one place. What kind of marketing is that? Why on earth would any company decide to hide half their game and, you know, behind a secret wall where you have to hit A, B, A, B, up, up, down, down, left, right, then lick the controller sensually for 30 minutes. And, you know, something stupid like that. I mean, if you know, imagine trying to sell somebody on a video game. and you're the PR person for the game maker. And like, yeah, this game is really fun. You just have to know this very secret information. Now, I'm not saying that games don't pull things like that. There's a bunch of hidden content in games like Metal Gear Solid and maybe some other, well, not some other, but some indie releases. There's another chest there, but I don't know if it's important. We're going to do this again, guys, because I just like the magic defense ups, okay? And, yeah, why would somebody do that? And it's kind of like what somebody said with Pokemon, where, gosh, what's it called? Dead Hand or Risen Hand or Zombie? Some sort of zombie, like, actually eats your character, and it's like, how would you market that? You know, Rockstar got in a whole bunch of trouble because of the hot coffee mod, because there was files in the game still about having sex. And, you know, somebody explained why they kept that in there, and they just kind of patched it out by making it so that it wasn't accessible. I kind of understand it. Maybe they had certain other parts of the game rely on modules that were part of that content, like, not even sexually related, just, you know, like some sort of pattern keeping or whatever. So they couldn't just delete it without screwing over the game. Ha ha ha, screwing over. But at the same time, you know, as soon as somebody puts something like super adult in a game like that, well, not super adult, because, you know, it's just a zombie character biting the neck of a child. You know, nothing too crazy here. It's still T for teen, right? No, that probably puts it at the M for mature, or Peggy 17 category, depending on what region you're in. One more go. So yeah, I guess the reason why we believed it is, or at least the reason why I believe it is because it's, you know, hey, I know there's a very small chance that it's true, but hey, wouldn't it be pretty crazy if it was? It's funny because, you know, I was actually part of an organic group who discovered how to dupe things in Pokemon. I discovered how to dupe things in Pokemon the first 5 minutes it was out. Yeah, well, you know, we did this completely on our own. It's like inventing the airplane when you haven't been anywhere near somebody who invented an airplane. Magic defense up, everybody. Alright. See, that's good stuff. We're gonna have really good magic defense now. Am I supposed to go... Oh, hey, there's that chest. Now I don't feel so bad about missing out on it, because we're not missing out on it. But yeah, it just happened to be that my older brother and his friend were trading Pokemans, and one of their batteries died at exactly the right time, such that they were trading Charmeleon for Pidgey, and now they had 2 Charmeleons, so... Hey, that's cool. And this was Gen 1, by the way, not anything fancy. I'm not one of those Gen 1s are the best gens, people, believe me. It's just, you know, that's the game I played. I played 1, 2, then I didn't really play too much after that. I never, well, okay, I technically own a copy of everything since then, because my sister would technically buy her own version, and she'd buy me a version. I don't know why she always called it my version, but she wanted to have all the Pokemans. So she got, you know, both versions, which, you know, was cool. Technically means that I own every Pokemon game. It's just I've only played 1 and 2, or rather, gold version and blue version. I don't know why gold and blue go together. It's really more like silver is blue and gold is red, right? Okay, I've been talking about Pokemon long enough that it's kind of weird to be talking about any further. I just kind of want to save the dragon. Well, okay, I want to hatch the dragon. What's the... Oh, here we go. I think I might have just accidentally found the right way completely by mistake, and now I'm just going to have to wander through here for a long time until I, you know, give up and just look up a map. But if nothing else, I'll have a ton of gil. Mithril gloves. Probably good for defense. Yeah, I could be leveling my magic defense and HP here, but it takes forever for them to do any real damage to me. And leveling HP is not a priority except for Layla down there. I would like her to have twice as much HP as she currently does. Well, thanks, Layla. Thanks. Might as well level... No, we're going to spend all of her MP on the next... No, she can get one more MP up. We'll try for that. Until then, let's level somebody's cure. We'll make it Maria. There we go. She has a little bit stronger of a cure. Mithril Mirror. What? Tell me more about that. Oh, sim effects wall. Okay. So is wall reflect? Because that's not the vibe I was getting from it. Were there any lost forevers in Final Fantasy XI? Yes. Yes, the biggest lost forever of them all. There will never be another game like Final Fantasy XI when you first logged in. When you first logged in on release day, release month, for me it was release week because it took that long to download the updates on our freaking 56K. Yes, we were able to play a MMO with 3 people on a 56K. Yeah, we got to Kazan before we upgraded to like a 256K. And yeah, 256K is pretty slow by today's standards, but dang it, it's all we had. It's all we had. And that was microwave internet, if you've heard of that. And if you have, I'm sorry. Oh, I can't complain. It's decent for people who live in rural areas. But yeah, I kind of want to go on a spiel about this actually. MMOs, you know, if you don't play them opening... Really? Your magic defense level again? Okay, so she's catching up. That's good. I appreciate that. What? Okay, I was not expecting that. Was not expecting that at all, but I don't remember where I'm supposed to go now. No, we're not going to level our magic defense any further. We're going to make the game too easy if we play it too smart. But yeah, I played through FF14 a couple of years after it came out. I got it right after Stormblood came out. I don't really want to talk about why, because, you know, I'm somewhat ashamed about why we did it, but, you know, it just is. And one of the annoying things that I found was, you know, I was playing through the dungeons for story reasons. Now, they did dungeons right. They did dungeons right. It was not so much the game development that made it bad, it was the community somewhat. Yes, I'm going to blame the community a little bit. It's that you were expected to know everything. And here I am, you know, not really low level because, you know, at capture level, but guys, I'm not a super good Marauder. Marauder is a two-handed axe-wielding warrior guy. And they're the tank if you're not a paladin. And so, you know, I don't really... Oh, guys, spear leveled. Cool. I'm switching to the good weapons again. This is taking too long. Or at least I feel pretty good about how everyone's sub-weapons are leveling. Her sword's 8. His axe is 9. His spear's 8. Yeah, I kind of like how things went. Oh wait, just stay sword. You get to go back to what did you have? Oh right, we gotta get it off of Guy. One sec. One sec-a-roni. It's the ogre killer. And if we have one, let's give him a nice shield. Yeah. Okay, now you go back to using the flame spear, flame lance, and an ice shield. It'll be weird because you'll have fire and ice in your hands, but it'll be cool. Literally. And Layla, I like how you are, so we'll just leave that as it is. Maybe the gold hairpin is the lost forever in this game, because if Layla takes it, you never get it again. We're going to do this three round style. But yeah, 5 rounds, 5 whole rounds, that'll be good. When you first start, if you start FF14 with everybody, and I'm picking on FF14, but this is true about a lot of things, where the game forces you to cooperate with other players. This could be true of GW2 if you're playing Fractals, or any sort of group content that requires, really good coordination. This could be true of FF11, FF14, possibly World of Warcraft. Oh, definitely World of Warcraft. I never played World of Warcraft, full disclosure. No version of it, nothing of it. But yeah, you start the game late, you don't have the skills, you don't know all the little nuances, you don't know what it means to blink tank, you don't know what it means to kite. And so everyone's mad at you for, not doing this dungeon perfect. Now, when they invented the dungeon, nobody knew what blink tanking was. No one had optimum equipment. No one had all these little things figured out. But that's okay, because they're new. Well, now you're new, but everyone blames you, and everyone yells at you, and it just sucks. The game doesn't suck. I still had enough fun, but it really drove me nuts. Every dungeon, every hard version of the dungeon, if I wanted to get an epic version of my weapon, and I did that kind of thing, because I'm weird like that. I wanted to get the super great axe. I can't remember what it's called. It's been so long. But here's what I had to do, and I don't think I like this, but I had to watch a video guide on how to do the dungeon. What to watch out for from the boss. Like, the boss might charm you and your party members, and you had to know about this. Well, if I were playing this opening week when that dungeon came out, and this wasn't very new content, it came out a few months after the game released, then I'd be up there with everybody else when I was surprised that, hey, I could be charmed. But now I'm just supposed to know that ahead of time. And that means that instead of playing a video game, I'm studying for a test. A test that I just happen to take with a mouse and keyboard like I'm playing a video game, but I'm not actually playing a video game. Captain Thief bitches about MMO etiquette for an hour. Yes, ASMR. Good stuff. But yeah, there's your loss forever. There's your loss forever from an MMO. You can never have that new game experience again. Oh wait, it's only casting... Wait, no, it's casting all 5 times, right? Let's see, 1. Okay, so the guy in the back, they're all able to cast fire. That's good to know. We might be able to get Layla and HP up from this. Maybe. If we can take a little more damage on her. I don't want her to attack herself. She's probably strong enough to kill herself. Yeah, that's a quarter of her HP right there. One more go. I'm not doing it for magic defense right now. I'm doing it for Layla's HP up. Because I don't want to face a boss and then he just shoves a giant fist through her face and then she's down. Okay, I'm going to be honest. Maybe I'm not the right person to judge MMOs. It's just, I have a chip on my shoulder, and I have a bucket of salt from my experience with Final Fantasy XI. Guess what I was in Final Fantasy XI, guys? I was a thief. I was a thief. What's a thief? A thief is a damage dealer. A thief is a treasure hunting friend. That's what THF stands for. Treasure hunter means that drops drop more often, which means that if you want something really nice, like a rare drop, you better bring a thief. If you want a quest item like a crab apron or a magic skull, you better bring a thief. So why would anyone want a samurai or a black mage or a monk or a whatever other damage dealer? Nice, stamina can level from magic damage. Did not know that. Why would anyone want any damage dealer if they could bring a thief and have the treasure hunter too? Well, they kind of did this by making thief not that great at damage. So they're a damage dealer that didn't do great at damage. Am I going the right way? I doubt it. I doubt it. I doubt it, but that's okay. We'll get this figured out. This is how the game was meant to be played. Let's level her. No, we're just gonna attack regular. So, Thief, when it came to people bringing you along for in-game content or having good drop rates, yeah, you got invites, but you didn't get EXP from that. You had to EXP elsewhere. It's kind of this weird system where, there's in-game content and then there's leveling content. And if you died, you lost EXP, and you'd have to get that EXP back again. And unless you got, like, Raise 3, then you got back 90% of whatever you lost. Hooray. So, just thinking. Uh, how did they differentiate Thief? Well, they kind of made it a hate manager. Hate, you know, you do more damage, the monster hates you, they attack you. You use a certain skill like Provoke, you're a tank, you know, you want the monster to attack you because you have the highest defense, therefore you're less likely to die from attacks, and the healer doesn't have to spend as much MP healing you. Stuff like that. So, you know, having somebody who manages hate is a pretty good idea. It's just that Thief had a really weird way of doing it. They had a very strong attack called Sneak Attack. So if they attacked it from the back, they would do a ton of damage. They learned another attack called Trick Attack, which means that whatever attack you did next, the monster would think that whoever was standing in front of you did it. Or, you know, would apply that to their aggro. Jeez, where am I going? I found it so easy the first time. It's like I beelined to the dang spring, and now I don't know where I'm going. So, Trick Attack actually didn't really add that much more damage to your attack. It wouldn't be worth using on its own until level 60 when, for some reason, you learned how to... For some reason, Trick Attack upgraded and it started doing a whole bunch of damage on its own. Until then, until level 60, from level 30 all the way to level 60, you had to use Sneak Attack plus Trick Attack in one go, preferably with a weapon skill. Weapon skill, you can think of it kind of like a very strong attack from your weapon that you can only use after you've used your weapon a bit. After a whole bunch of attacks with your weapon, your TP gauge would fill up. Yeah, TP means something completely different in FF14, I know. I think it's this way. Yeah, it's this way, but let's go get that chest real quick. So, you know, you had to make sure you were hitting the enemy often enough to get your TP gauge filled in the first place, because a Sneak Attack, a Trick Attack is still pretty strong, but not strong enough to really make it worth using on its own with just a regular attack. That and a weapon skill is instant, whereas you had to wait for your next attack. Let's do another Cure-All. I like Cure-Alls. It's good. It's good stuff. And so, what this meant is that, imagine... Here's how the fight would go. The Thief is the poor because the Thief has more evasion, and he also has flee. So he can run away faster, or, you know, not get hit by the enemy as much. Mage's Staff is worth coming for this thing. Green Souls. Okay, hang on. Hang on. Let's just kind of let them attack us, huh? Cure 6. Okay. Is this the only place I can find these things? Hang on, Maria needs a cure too. Oh my goodness. Does this count as magic defense? I'm going to let this run through for a bit. I really want to know. This is for science, guys. I want to see if this levels our magic defense at all. Oh no, stop curing me to death. It hurts. They say enough cures will give you cancer. Yeah, okay. Well, after I've saved the world, then I can go through the 10-plus year battle with cancer. So anyway, like I was saying, here's what would happen. The Thief pulls the enemy back to camp because, you know, everyone's in a safe place. Because you don't want to be out in the middle of nowhere like a marauding group. It just doesn't work that way. Because while you're fighting, and each battle can take like 2 to 5 minutes, sometimes 10 minutes if you're in a bad party. While you're fighting, you don't want another monster to sneak up and start attacking, because you can barely take on one. There's no way you can take on 2. Unless the first one's almost dead. Then it's a nice thing, you're getting EXP chains. So the Thief pulls back, you know, he has access to ranged equipment like a boomerang or a crossbow. That's another reason to do it. It doesn't have to sit down to rest his MP like a black mage would. So Thief makes sense for a puller, or what we call puller. And then somebody who's not the tank should try to get the aggro first when the monster first gets back. Usually the Thief will get hit once or twice, and then the white mage will do something kind of retarded, like, you know, cure for the Thief, and then, hey, you just cured that Thief a whole bunch of damage. I'm going to kill you first, white mage, so yay. Sorry, I'm expressing repressed memories right now. And, So you want the second tank, the second tank. You don't have two tanks, you just have somebody who can pretend to be a tank for a couple seconds. They're supposed to hold its attention for a while. No, this can't be the white mage or the healer. They just don't have enough defense to live long enough for this. And then the tank gets behind the enemy, the thief gets behind the tank. They do sneak attack, they do trick attack, they do weapon skill. And then bam, there's a whole bunch of aggro on the tank. And, this kind of works, but hot dang, it does not work, because, one, as the thief, I had to teach this to people. I had to teach the party every time. Now, what kind of audacity did I have to... Oh, they ran out of MP, and now they're actually attacking. Okay, cool. Well, let's finish them off then. What kind of audacity did I have to force the party to play this way? Well, no one likes having a thief in the party, so oftentimes the thief had to be the one who searches for all the other members, and then they invite them to a party, and people just join whatever party, so yay, that happens. Or that happened back in the level 75 era. Okay, you don't level magic defense from that. Still, I liked fighting green souls, that was fun. And, yeah, so oftentimes the quote-unquote second tank would almost die. They would not like their role. The tank would, feel like they were missing out on getting the hate because, they need to cast provoke as soon as the enemy comes in, or they're wasting time. And the healer didn't like it because, maybe they pull hate off the tank because, it wasn't set up yet, or the hate spike was not set up yet. So yeah, I did not have a very fun time in Final Fantasy XIV, except when I played broken classes like Ranger before the ranged attack nerf, or Bard, who everyone loved forever and ever. No, Bard was a complete class for those of you who never played FF11. Bard was really more of a mage that didn't cast spells. They sang songs that made their party stronger, but hot dang did they make their party stronger. It was always worth having a Bard, it's just that for some reason, not everyone wanted to play a Bard. I don't know why. I wanted to play a thief because, dang it, I wanted to be a thief. Just play Bard if you wanted to have a good time. Well, alright. You just go ahead and become an electrical engineer instead of a rider then, huh? Oh wait, that actually probably describes way too many people. Yeah, it's understandable that a lot of people just can't afford to live their dreams, and I'm not living my dream. I mean, I'm practicing toward it. No, it's not being a YouTuber extraordinaire. So wait, I crossed the bridge, right? Or did I go up and around? I think I went up and around. Let's make sure I'm doing this right. But yeah, geez, why did I even bring that up? Magic defense, magic defense, magic defense, strength, agility. No magic defense. That's pretty good magic defense. It's like way higher than our evasion. Maria, for a paladin, you don't have nearly enough defense. Let's go ahead and give her something. Something like, ooh, knight's armor. What's your evasion look like now? Still 99%. Cool. Yeah, I went up and around. I was smart. Accidentally. So we killed that Chimera way ahead of schedule. But yeah, okay. I was talking about how MMOs have a lost forever period of time. No, it was never fun playing a thief. I mean, here's how the FF11 class system went. So from level 1 to level 10, you actually leveled on your own. Because, you could kill regular enemies that gave you EXP on your own fast enough that it didn't matter to be in a party at all. And you could go explore, it'd be fun like that. But once you hit level 10 or so, the strongest enemy you could kill started giving like very, very little EXP, and it was actually pretty risky to fight them in the first place. So you're probably dying often enough about level 12, level 13-ish that, it just didn't make sense to solo anymore. And you'd have to do your first party in a place called Valkyrie Dunes, That's where everyone did. That's where everyone went. And for the longest time I pronounced it Volcrum Dunes, but it's Volcrum Dunes. You can read a whole bunch of information on this dreaded place, because it's where people first, get the idea together to act as a party and not as a solo group. Or solo group. As a solo player. Tanks had to learn how to tank. Healers need to learn how to heal and also not, spike hate. And damage dealers also need to learn to not spike hate. They need to keep up with the, or slow down for the tank. Most of the time, though, that was just such a BS place that they just brought their level 60 white mage friend who could cure you outside of battle. Or sorry, they cured you while they were while you were in battle. It would pull tank off of the tank, sure, but it didn't matter because it was still your enemy. The healer that's power leveling you, so to speak, is not going to affect how much EXP it gives. So, this was definitely kind of a cheat. It was door number 3, yes, okay. Cool. Let's go ahead and put the egg in. We have the egg, right? I wasn't supposed to take it, right? Right? Wyvern egg. Okay, there it is. This will be my first Neopet. The wyvern egg sinks gently to the bottom of the spring. That did not look gentle. I think it's going to crack open. The egg rests at the bottom of the life spring. Okay, I'm definitely casting teleport. I don't care for this place anymore. I want to advance the plot. Maria, I want your cure to level a little. Wait, actually, maybe I want Furion's cure. Nope. If it were going to be anybody, I'd make it Furion just because he's very close to leveling it. But let's get the Paladin a higher level cure. Yeah. So yeah, at no point was it that fun playing Thief. It was very hard getting my Thief to level 75, but by dang it, I did. Now, with later expansions, they made it so that you were not as reliant on a tank, unless you were not as reliant on a healer. You could have a party of almost all damage dealers with just a little bit of healing, and things would die really fast, and you didn't have to worry about this sort of thing anymore. But that was not the era I played in. Well, maybe I should just wait a few years and played it then. What wyvern? It's dead. Does everyone have to come out of my pockets for this? Oh, jeez, I thought her face was screwed up. It turned out, yeah, she has her hands on her face. The last living wyvern is dead, but the egg you placed in the spring remains. Someday it will hatch, and the wyvern will spread its great wings and soar through the sky for the rebels. The wyverns can't thank you for what you've done, so allow me to do so in their place. We are grateful, sob. Well, that's sad. Oh, okay. Just like everything else, he probably just evaporated when he died. Well, alright. Can't say I'm super happy about that. I want to say we're done here. I don't know why there are gacha rooms in here. It's probably just explaining that, yes, gacha rooms are a regular part of architecture, even if there aren't any enemies in this place. Okay, so now what? Go find the last living dragoons. Okay, well, there aren't any. There was a last living wyvern, but it's dead now. Maybe if I talk to those two again one more time. Maybe the kid has something to say. Right? No? No? Okay. Just thinking. Let's go into that wyvern room one more time. Maybe its spirit will talk to us. Funny how we only got to use this pendant once. Okay, maybe when the egg hatches. I don't know. Alright. I don't know where to go. And that's probably a good sign to end the episode because, hey, we can figure out where to go. I can look it up or something. Guys, you weren't very threatening down in the dungeon. You're not threatening up here either, so, yeah, goodbye. Just trying to think if there were any other hints about where to go. So I'm being so quiet. I mean, we destroyed the dreadnought. We have a pet wyvern on the way, maybe. Someday. Maybe it takes 20 years for eggs to hatch. Who knows? We learned the kid's name. That's pretty funny. That's what I was getting at with, there are some ties to this game between this game and Final Fantasy IV. And that there is a place in Final Fantasy IV called Mysidia. And the kid's name happens to be the same name as a major character in Final Fantasy IV. Not going to spoil it. So, maybe, but I doubt it. I think it's just a big coincidence. Okay, so it's telling me where the ferry is, and it tells me where the ship is. That's very handy. Oh, jeez. Okay, so what I probably need to do is I probably need to go to, the place. I need to go to Mysidia, I think. That's where the game probably wants me to go next. Because I need to go to the Super Tower and get that spell unlocked. With the help of Minwu, because that's where he was sent. Let's go to Bafsk first, though. See if we can just rest up there. Oh, monsters in the middle of town. In order to get into the tower, though, we're going to need both masks. So we got one of them. We got the black mask. Now I need the white mask, or vice versa. I forgot which. Doesn't matter. Like I said, if we get killed, you know, the Empire's going to have the tower locked, basically, fairly well. They just need to put it aboard another dreadnought. It's easy enough to build one of those, right? This very tiny town was able to build something bigger than this town that flew. Yeah, let's get one more cure out of this. And then we'll rest up. Welcome, please come in. 395 gil. Don't mind if I do. Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. I don't know where to find the next mask, but here's what I'm thinking. I think next episode, or next time, we're just going to try and get to Mysidia. And by try, I mean it's going to be easy enough to get there. I mean, look at the map for this. Mysidia's right there. And then there's some place like right south of it. What is that even? I think I want to go there. Because I think the squares are actually like dungeons and the pink circles are like towns. That's what makes sense to me so far. There's a huge sprawling desert and another town over there. Let me see if I even know what that town is called. Let's get the full map. That's way too close. Yeah, I haven't been to that town before. I might just try and get over there. Can I get over there? I've been to the tropical islands. Okay, well, we'll discuss this next time. So, thank you so much for watching, guys. It's been Captain Thief playing Final Fantasy II. Belly aching about MMO experiences, but hey, you know, I gave them a lot of grief, but I wouldn't have played them for years and years if I didn't enjoy myself, right? Yeah, right. FF14's good, FF11's good, I guess, and I will see you next time. Bye.